Hello and welcome to the free home seller course module number 7, where we talk about closing. The closing process requires attention to detail. Once a sales contract has been agreed upon, there are many details that must be accounted for. Of course, the most important detail is protect against the loss of deposit monies. The way to properly protect the money is to adhere to all critical dates and deadlines. Whenever a deadline can't be met, it's critical to secure the properly written extensions or withdrawal forms. There are many parties connected to a closing, including, but not limited to, attorneys or title companies, insurance agents, mortgage lenders, and inspectors for smoke detectors and septic system compliance where applicable. So proper communication with all parties is critical. However, most importantly, you should stay focused on what you must do. The most important lesson is to assume 100% responsibility for the outcome of your closing, even when you're being assisted by a team of competent professionals. Primarily, you must understand your personal closing responsibilities. For example, you should be arranging for a moving company immediately so that you can meet the conditions of the closing date, which typically include delivering your property in professionally cleaned condition. Don't assume anybody but you has your best interest in mind and ask questions anytime you're not completely sure what you must do to close with care. Always consider dates seriously. You must understand that selling a property is a large financial transaction that typically follows a written contract, which contains legal obligations that must be met, or the parties might become subject to penalties under contract law. Given that, we always recommend the use of an attorney to ensure that you are always in compliance and protected. In addition to that, the best way to protect yourself is to adhere to the dates and deadlines that you as the seller are obligated to meet. However, you should also be flexible and anticipate challenges. A real estate transaction is one of the single largest financial and emotional transactions that most people make in a lifetime. The transaction includes the orchestration of many parties and therefore requires a greater level of flexibility. While it's important to stick to dates and deadlines to avoid financial loss, you should also expect and prepare for timeline adjustments to ensure a less stressful experience.